Well guys, Dad and I drove up here to Denver, Nebraska to preview an auction that's happening Saturday. I don't know if I know I won't be here. I got things to do in Alameda, but I'm gonna bid online. So figured I'd bring my camera along and walk through in case I do get something bought. At least I got to see what I wanted. This isn't what I'm after, but it's a four-wheel drive dually cabin chassis truck, 6.7 Cummins. Smells like cigarette smoke, which whatever, no big deal. Never bothered me before. I think this is a 2155, yeah, 2155 white. I think it's a later one by the looks of things. I would bet it was pulling a Terracer, but she's far from do not use park. That's good to know. Far from sexy up in here. Not bad looking, looks usable, but she's not pretty. You gotta wonder about the over under stuff like that on that thing. And I'd say it's probably pulled a scraper or a Terrace or some, or the scraper, but doesn't look bad. 1000 PTO, small 1000. Wouldn't be a bad buy if it was cheap, I don't think. 20.838 Firestones on her. That's a good deal. There's quite a few things here I'm interested in. I'm gonna just kind of brush by some of this because, well, it doesn't matter. There's your single belt Terracers. I think that one's a Can-Am and that one's a Malsum, but they both look like Malsums to me, but what do I know? This is honestly one of the bigger things I am here for, and I don't know why, but I like big internationals and I like diesel V8s. But 4586, 81 model year going off the stripe on it. 20.838s all around that look pretty good, actually. Honestly, better than what's on my 4386. 3 remotes on the back, got a drain even on it. Not a bad looking tractor. It's kind of what I'm here to look at, honestly, one of the biggest things. And it's like 50 miles home for this thing, but I can do it all cross country pretty simply, actually, which is good. Tires look good on this thing. It's quite usable looking. Mitchell Equipment, Atkinson, Nebraska. It's traveled a little bit in its life. Definitely sits higher than my 4386. Nothing too scary in there. We'll look up in the cab. Battery box is a little rusty. That's okay. I'm just thinking cheap tillage tractor. Interior's not much. Again, surprising, not. I don't know. They robbed the keys out of this thing. I don't even know where the keys would go. No, yeah, they robbed the keys, so I don't know hours, but doesn't look too bad, really. Missing a broke off remote lever. Needs a whole cab kit. This cab looks bigger than my 4386, but maybe my 4386 just has more shit piled in it too. I don't know. Definitely sitting up higher. Doesn't look bad though. I would use it. I truly would. Let's go check motor vitals here, because that's what matters, is the motor. Can't see coolant, but there's green coolant up here, so that is good. Jump down. And I don't know much about these old girls, but it's full of oil. See the fuel filters from 2013, so that's not the most heartwarming thing in the world, but you get over that. She doesn't look bad, not leaky looking. With giant ass puddles underneath it. These are turbo 800 cubic inch V8s in this thing, which is cool. That's newer. AC is. Lines look newer. Missing the grill, but I talked to a guy in Wisconsin. He can get me one for $100. Overflow shot. Not bad, not bad. I would probably, I know I'm gonna bid on this because I could use it actually, and I would use it, whether it's for parts for the tires and wheels, or it actually just goes to work, which I'm leaning to goes to work until it dies, essentially. And I know that sounds terrible, but at some point in time that V8 would probably give up, but use it till it doesn't, right? We're just gonna keep walking down through the line here. AM General, I don't need. grader I don't know if there's much down there I care about. Newer machinery. There's one pickup here I was wanting to look at, but I see it's not here yet, so life goes on. I just don't think there's anything down that way I care about at all. Combine's, newer machinery. Rough looking Freightliner. I think we're gonna jump over to all the trucks up here and come back down the line. Definitely don't need that thing. Yuck. All right, we jumped ahead a whole row to stuff I care about, which is old grain trucks and straight trucks. First thing I really care about, don't really give a shit about rusty square body or whatever cat eye Chevy that is, but this is cool. Old fire truck, 4-wheel drive, looks like an F600 or F500. Culbertson, we can tell that. Vacuum brakes, probably, by the look of things. B&W hitch sitting on it randomly, which is weird, but it's 4-wheel drive. F600, probably V8 rig, it's an F600. Just straight 4-speed, which is normal government truck things, no 2-speed. I don't think any of this stuff's running here. It's curious that fuel pump there isn't hooked to anything, so I don't know if we're missing fuel tanks or what. Interesting truck though. Non-running, maybe worth a risk. Just depends on the price. I'm gonna just assume it's got a V8 under the hood. Yep, definitely something Ford V8. I don't know. Think about it a little bit. Dodge D600, big grain truck. Don't know if it's twin screw or not. It's got a big V8 under the hood. Not opening it today. Nice exhaust up under there. Not twin screw. It's fine. Hitch on the back. It's like a Midwest bed, maybe. Nothing wild here. I don't think I probably need it. She's a little beat for me. Cool to see, but like, how many of these old Dodge grain trucks do I need? Just old Dodge trucks in general. C50, C6000 GMC, sure as fuck don't need another dual loader. F700. This is one of those things I really wanted to look at. It says runs need brakes. I don't know about the running part, but International Loadstar 1600 with, motor's pretty. It's gotta have, well, it's been a fire truck, so it's been pretty clean. But it's 4-wheel drive, and I really want it. I have a bad idea for this thing, but I'm not going to tell you yet. But I really want it myself. I really want a 4-wheel drive Loadstar, and I plan to use it. That's a juice brake truck, manual clutch. It's definitely with a fire district somewhere, number 97. Little Goodyears, what we got on the front. 1020s, 920s, 8 1/4 20s. Yippee. Interior is not bad, and it's not really rusty or anything like that. Just straight 4-speed. Twin stick transfer case. That's a 5-speed. Nice. It's the double hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. Yeah, that'd be fun, but we'll figure it out if we get it bought. I want this thing though. I got a bad idea for it. No fuel tank again, so we'd have to figure that out. Water tank on the back I'd rip off instantly. Pintle hitch with MO County tags, so it'd be like Montgomery County, Kansas. That's interesting. So this thing's a long ways from home too. Weird. And then this is another old fire truck, I believe, too. C20 Chevy, the Kelly Ryan feed box on it. Kind of cool. Don't think I probably need it, but interesting to see nonetheless. It looks cheap. Probably bid on it. Just wait and see. Go down the line a little further here. I don't think there's anything here for a minute I was really after. Look at this Dodge down here too. D500, 61 to 65 model year. The forefront headlight, she's beat. Kelly Ryan feed wagon on the back. I don't know, this one's a little too rough for my liking. I was hoping it'd be 4-wheel drive, but obviously not. I guess. Go down the line a little further. Ford Ranger needs a fuel pump and make a good ranch vehicle. Bunch of Ford Rangers on this sale. S10. A couple case tractors down here I want to look at. We'll get there when we get there. Owatonna Swather's kind of cool. Not that I want anything to do with it. It's a 1070 case. Dual 3100. Big yucky. 18434s on the back. It's a power shift, so that doesn't necessarily give you the warm fuzzies. 3.2 remotes. Yeah. I don't know, she's pretty greasy. I don't need another loader tractor or another dual loader. 4 watts. I don't think I want anything to do with that thing. Go down a little further, catch back up in a second. Somebody had a bad day, and that's a really nice bed, so that sucks. Really, really sucks. 1486. Don't believe this one runs, if I remember correctly, but would make salvage nonetheless. 38-inch Goodyears on the back. Got a couple sets of weights on it. Dual hub, 3-point PTO makes parts. She'd make salvage. She would make salvage. Fluid in your rear sucks. Think about that one a little bit more. 1175 case. Doubt I need another one of these right now. Sure as hell don't need another loader. I think this one's got a rod hanging out of the block. So ugly things there. 3-point dual or PTO dual remote. No back window, no door. Just salvage. Yep, there's your knock knock. I don't really care for this one too much. The tires are good though. I mean, it'd have to be pretty cheap. Wouldn't be that much fun to move with loader on it and down. Junk 2940 that doesn't run. I think these are 18.442s, 20.8 42s. Big rubbers for a case. 8-volt case, which is interesting. Then I know this Massey here doesn't run. 8160 electrical issue. It says will run. I don't know about that. I don't think I need to screw with that deal. And just for fun, since we're all the way down here, there's your back row of stuff that I didn't look at. I don't care about John Deere combines and J&M carts. That's a big old UFT cart there though. Huh. This is, I don't know, I don't need these. Just wanted to come look at them. Big rubber is an attraction. 4890. I think this is having Scania motor in it, not a case, if I remember correctly. See, looks a little worse for wear and tear. Big rubber, 30.5 32s by the looks of it. All the way around. Yep, Scania motor. Some dollars in rubber here. Not that any of it's real good. She's a big girl. Ugh. With a bucket for a seat. Yucky. I could use a 4-wheel drive case, but not for the reasons you think. I need the motor out of one. 4690. I need a 504 motor, essentially, is what I'm after. I don't think this is worth messing with and or having to work to get it home. The 4586, yeah, I'd drive that home. Those guys, not so much. Don't think there's anything left down there I need. Irrigation pipe, whatnot. That is not anything I have to deal with anymore, but I'll step up here and walk by this big white planter. Now that I'm a white planter guy, you gotta look at it. 6186 white. I don't know. Don't think this is probably a good idea. Would take like a nice little 6 or 8 row white just for fun, since we're already doing white planter things, or even like a 12 row white, but this is a little old for me, I think. Sure don't need the sprayer. They said this chopper is really low hour. That trailer says otherwise. Not bad looking. 85, 5820. I don't know anything about cutting silage. That's my dad's department. He did a lot of it, worked for guys and did a lot of it back in the day. Sunflower drills. Used to have a 9433 when I was a kid, just like that one. 9282. Probably be some cheap horsepower for a guy who was needing it. It's got DT 710 tires all the way around. That'll turn a guy off real fast. Just a blue versatile, you know. No PTO, no 3.4 remotes. Not a lot going for it, unfortunately, to me. And somebody will need it for a cheap tillage tractor, so it should bring a little. Kinsey 3600s. We used to run one of these when I was a kid. I remember before we had the 1770 NT. This was what we had. It wasn't that bad, but I don't need to go back. Sure don't need any deer heads anymore. Got plenty of them. Must have plenty. I know we had plenty of combine. I do want to look at this just for shits and giggles. Little 3.6 Noble. Earlier one than we just messed with, or I have at the farm and been messing with. Cylinders broke off and missing. That's a big no. Westendorf bucket doesn't look too bad if it was reasonable. Got bent up teeth though, but you can buy those. We'll walk down a ways and I'll bring you back when I see something I want to talk about. Here you go, we can talk about this. I think it's a 4.6 or 4.5 sweep. Miller brand, made in Stratton, Nebraska. Another, you know, Western built piece of machinery. Doesn't look too bad. Little 4.5. I mean, it'd probably do some work, but I don't know much about these Millers. 4-section flex. So the flex all right. Miller disc, we've had a lot of those through our hands, and they're pretty all right. Spring shank. They're single spring pickers. I don't know about that. Looks okay though. Pickers have some life left. Something to think about if it was really cheap. No fold kit though, so that sucks. Getting it home. I don't know. I do want to walk over here and look at something. And first and foremost, my biggest question is, why is there a PTO on the back, and why does it spin both ways? I don't know. Not a bad looking truck. Spring ride. Mac R series. Always wanted one of these Macs, but I don't know if that's a good idea or not. It's probably a bad idea, honestly. We'll keep going down the line here. We're about done. I don't know if there's much else here I care about. We'll see. Stock trailers. Some of these don't look too bad. 20-foot Titan be usable. 24-foot Titan looks pretty nice and usable. This little flatbed trailer here. There's days. It'd be nice to have something about that size again for doing small stuff. Looks like you're gonna need a tire though. You got ramps. I don't know, she's a little beat, I would say. Just will plan on rewiring it, looks like. Oh, and another blown tire, so that's some work. I think this is JD Skiles tender trailer. Yep. Be okay, usable. If we start doing more fertilizer with my planter, I'm gonna need something like this. I'd like to put fertilizer and my seed tender on the same trailer though. That way I'm not dragging more around. But that's a thought for a separate day. Rough old bale bed truck. S-Series. Like this being a 1900, it's not gonna have a 466 under the hood. Yep, that's exactly what it's got. 5 and 2. Nothing too wild here. Not bad looking though. Usable. Air brakes, I hope. Yeah, well, yeah, that's an air tank over there. So, yeah, she's an air brake rig. Not bad. Usable truck. Be nice on a little small grain trailer, or pull, you know, your cattle trailers with it, or seed tender. I don't know. Don't need that sweep. Bale truck, straight truck. There's a lot of straight trucks here. C60 with a harsh mixer. What are you? C60. Don't need that. Don't need a Shellborn currently because I don't grow wheat. This is curious to me. 1586 with no door. 20.8 38 all the way around. Pretty good tires on the back, no door, the goddamn dual loader. This one I'd be tempted just because I've always wanted a 1586, but I don't think this is the right one. Although I do have a door that could go in it. The cab's a little rusty looking. Loader's salvage. Been welded on before. She's greasy, grimy from the loader. There's a shock. I don't know, not that bad. I'd debate on it if it's cheap enough, but it's hard to know what it'll bring. I've always wanted one. Never had a 1566 or 86 through my hands. Might leak some antifreeze. Oh, doesn't look bad at all. Would have been a red cab interior tractor. Everything interior wise you can buy. Door I have. Cab's a little rusty on the back corners as you'd expect. I don't know, we'll think about this one a little bit if it's reasonable. And just down the line, another stock trailer. These are made in Kerwin, Atchison Manufacturing bale trailer. Wish this was without the tank on it. Be damn handy behind a semi for moving dead tractors and just bigger stuff. I could move 4-wheel drives on it too. Things like that. I don't know if there's much left here for me. Don't care about green combines, as we probably have processed before. Just got this row of pickups over here, I think, is all that's left here I cared about. And I might walk back and look at that 4586 a little more before I take off. Sure don't need that guy. There's the Ranger I wanted to look at. Don't know what's wrong with it, but I like little Ford Ranger pickups. I think this one's a 5-speed. Yep, 5-speed. Wonder if it's a 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder rig. I like them at 4 cylinders actually. That's what my little beer is. But I check cows with just like it 2-wheel drive. Yeah, 6-cylinder. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 6-cylinder or 8. It's a 4-cylinder. Just a little guy. That would be okay, honestly. I could drive this and check cows all day long. I like it. And then I don't think there's anything else here that runs I care about. I know none of these Dodge pickups run, and I don't need more pickup projects currently. There's one pickup here I want to look at. It's like an 04 Dodge Dually, 2-wheel drive, 4-door, 6-speed. I just want something I can leave on a trailer and go retrieve machinery with, and that would do it. But I'll talk to Dad here and we'll go do something else. Well guys, we're loaded back up. We went and looked through that auction the other day and we ended up getting a few things bought. Actually have the whole family along, the whole fam-damily or whatever you want to call it. Sarah, Amelia, and Leo and me. We are running back to Danbury to grab our purchases. I think in total we bought 4 things today. Dad actually went early today to the beginning part of the auction and bought 3 things, and then he wanted to go home, and so I bought one other thing online, just bidding from my phone. We ended up getting the 4586 4-wheel drive, the IH Loadstar truck that was 4-wheel drive, old fire truck, and the Dodge 1-ton dually that was not there to preview. It's white. We can look more at that here once we get there. And then Dad bought something for himself that we'll leave alone. But we got about 30 more minutes here to get over there to Danbury. We're gonna load the Loadstar on the trailer, and then I don't know if the white Dodge we bought has a gooseneck hitch in it or not, but depending on what happens there, either Sarah's gonna drive it home with no trailer, or I'm gonna drive it home with the trailer on it if it has stuff. And then I think we're gonna move the 4586 into Danbury to the co-op there in town, because they did not want stuff there past Saturday, I guess, and it needs to be off the premises. Dad already went and retrieved his purchase, but from there we got a little ways to go. Then we're gonna load up, turn around, go home, essentially. We didn't film too much. Having troubles getting that to start. Gonna have to call and ask some questions. But I dropped the trailer and hooked it on to that pickup. Just want to test it out. And we got the Loadstar up on there. Pretty excited. I've never had one of these. It's a 6-speed. or any first gen. It's her Dodge diesel. It's a 6-speed, so looking forward to it. She's got some road miles and stuff like that, but that's okay. Should be a good truck. A little bit of smoky smell inside. Don't really care. It can pull, and that's all I'm really in need of currently. But let's come back for that another day. We got 50-mile drive home with that in the future. But for now, let's just get these guys home. That says it runs, but has no brakes. This obviously runs. They said they had to put a new computer in it, so I wonder what that's about. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here and get on home. See how I like 6-speed life. I've only ever had 5-speed manual Dodge pickups. Hard to have any complaints about this. Running down the road smooth. It's nice and quiet in here. It's honestly quieter in the cab than my mega cab. Some of the added gauges aren't working. Pyro works there, and the edge tuner thing up here is kind of doing some of it, but not all of it. Not reading boost currently. That's minor. Oil pressure is good. Charging, full of diesel. Not running warm or anything like that. Yeah, nothing to complain about here. We got the Loadstar behind. We're just trucking right along here. I'm pleased with this. Just been needing something to do local hauling that isn't my big mega cab with all the tools in and everything like that. Hate tying that thing up on some of this stuff, and I can just leave this hooked to a trailer essentially, which is pretty much what I'm going to do with it. Throw some, you know, tools in it, maybe a smaller compressor, and run it is the goal here. So far so good. We got about 45 minutes home, and I'll have to come back and figure out what the deal is with that 4586 sometime later in the week, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We've been working pretty hard up here at the SPPA grounds. Got quite a few tractors pulled out of sheds. Got a few of my own things here. Sheller and the thresher are out. We're going to work this afternoon on some more stuff. The sawmill guys over there have been busy. They got a big old pile of logs to saw through. Got a few more tractors to work on and get out around here, but that's minor. We got a week-ish to get ready. But got the old white goat here, and Leo's asleep in the back seat, which is the only reason I'm driving it, because he was with me this morning when I went to unload that Loadstar and get this thing off a trailer, and then we moved a few pieces of machinery around, my wife and I, with Leo in the back seat while he fell asleep. So I guess I'll just keep driving this thing for a little bit, and that's okay. But we're gonna drive over to the lot. I got a battery with me, a little gas. We'll see if the Loadstar will fire up. It says runs on the windshield, but don't really trust that, and I will be the judge of that. So we're gonna go figure that out. But it's a calm Sunday morning around here with an afternoon of fun to come. Didn't really show this much yesterday because while we were busy trying to just get everything home. But this is an 04 Dodge Ram 3500. It's the 5.9 Cummins 6-speed. It's a 2-wheel drive rig, which is fine. I just needed something for highway use. If it rains for towing, I will grab my mega cab. Just wanted something, you know, reasonable and cheap to run around in. Diesel, Dodge dually, obviously, and this really honestly fit the bill. It's got a few old man dents and dings. Got a plastic bed liner that I hate. Little ding on the back of the bumper. We do have a diesel leak somewhere underneath, right by the fuel tank, I noticed. Getting some spotting on the back. Laramie package, so it's pretty comfy. Leather seats, seat heaters. It's just kind of low being a 2-wheel drive rig, but that can be remedied as well. I'll probably end up putting airbags or timbrins underneath it. I think it's already been straight piped or got a muffler under it. Yeah, muffler, but not the stock muffler. There's my diesel leak I need to figure out. Pretty good looking rig though, overall. Got good tires front and rear with plenty of tread to run for a while. Notice my fog lights are busted out, but that's minor. I'd like to put a replacement bumper on the front probably. Old man accessorized, got your deer whistlers and, you know, normal stuff. In the cab's pretty nice. Got, you know, your stick-on window vent thingies. But yeah, like I said, dark black leather seats. 6-speed. It's got an edge tuner in here. Trailer brake controller. Seat heaters. Just pretty nice interior. Seats are nice, not busted up. 148,000 miles on it. somebody added a pyro and boost gauge here, which I don't love really. They're not in the best place and they're pretty invasive in my opinion, and this literally shows the same thing pretty much. Leo's enjoying it. Back seat's pretty nice. Nothing wild here. Oh yeah, they're gonna glue the mirror back on sometime, and the windshield's kind of cracked, but that's minor. I don't really care. Honestly, I'll probably put a flatbed on it at some point in time if I get a chance. Underhood, pretty plain Jane. I see we're missing the Cummins cover right there, not a big deal, and got a K&N air filter set up on it, needs new shocks for the hood, new Superstar batteries, probably need service, really service it, I guess. But yeah, pretty nice old rig in my opinion. It'll pull, and that's the goal. But really what we're here to mess with, I gotta leave this running because Leo's in there sleeping and I don't want to wake him up. I'd give you guys a little bit better walk around old number 97 here. Really pretty solid looking old girl. I did some looking closer, brushed this off. It's a 345 V8. Under the hood here, you can see I've been working with it a little bit because the air cleaner's off, but I gotta work with it some. A lot of new parts here. Alternator's new, both radiator hoses are new. Yeah, so that's leaves me mildly optimistic to the runnability of this thing. Obviously, four-wheel drive and factory four-wheel drive. If you look at the serial number on it, excuse me. 1600 four-wheel drive, 4x4. 1977, or it was built in August of 77. Pretty damn solid old thing. There's some rust here on the steps. Inside of the cab is this drab green, so I doubt it was originally red. I don't know if it was a Forest Service truck. Obviously it was a fire truck in its life. Got some rust here across the back of the cab. Don't really care. 8 1/4 20s all around. Cab's really straight and not beat at all. Somebody's taking their Harley for a rip out there. Damn. Back tires are pretty good. Tank, I can probably use it, but it's going to come off of it if it stays around here for very long. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here though, because there's a extra output to the rear. Like you could maybe use this thing as a 6x6 because all this spins together. It's not like a PTO output, and then that's your front output for the front axle, I'd assume. So that's your divorce transfer case back here. So I don't know if this thing could have been a 6x6 if you needed it to be, or could have added to it. Obviously this one was just a 4x4 truck, but I guess they gave you the option one way or another. There's your vacuum canister, all that good vacuum stuff. And actually you can convert these trucks to F550 Ford master cylinders and do away with all this junk. And it's like a Hydro Boost, and which is probably what will happen with this thing. I have a grand scheme for this if I get the time. See, it's 5-bolt on the front, 10-bolt on the rear. So I don't know if we could swap some different wheels on it, but I'd like to put mud tires on it for what I'm going to do, and it won't be on duals either for what I want to do. Actually, it's power steer or non-power steering up under the hood here. No power steering at all. 2-barrel Holley carb. There's your juice brakes. I don't know, pretty solid looking old thing. I've got a bad idea, or a good idea, or a bad idea, which we can talk about when we make this thing run in the future, I'd say. Interior wise, nothing too wild to report or anything like that. Seat's kind of shot, we can remedy that. I'll probably rip the headliner down out of it if I get to do what I want to do with it. It sure be nice to have a heater working, but all that looks intact and not rusty over there, which unlike some of my other old grain trucks, at our rest. He's yellow up under here too. Interesting. I mean, it's not beat up at all, really. I've got a big old bumper on an old GMC grain truck that could go on the front of this. Single tank in the cab. It's had a hydraulic pump, or that's a hydraulic pump there, which is interesting, which kind of leads into some other things I was thinking about for the future. Yeah, that's not all rusted out. Just take it off, clean it. Might actually work. Oh, it's shut. Oh, maybe not. There, it's shut. Yeah, there's your fuel tank. It's just a small side saddle tank. There's your four-wheel drive front axle. Your straight 5-speed transmission, which is perfect for me. Tie rod. I'm not planning on like towing with this thing or using it. All grain, I guess. Really nice and clean and solid looking up under here. No complaints. We can pull this fuel tank off if it's got issues and like evapor rust it or whatever. Exhaust can stay right where it's at. For my purpose, we might do a turnout on it. But we can talk about my crazy scheme later on with this. Big old long frame thing. Looks like, I was thinking about putting it on singles all around. Looks like if you dished out the inside rim, it would track with the front axle, maybe. Just think about that a little bit. 2011 was last tag. Looks like Mitchell County, which is Beloit, Kansas, 1,600 gallon tank. I don't know. I just about wiped out a 660 unloading this thing the other day, but we're okay. We're okay. We're gonna make this girl run, get the tank off of it in the future. We've got some crazy ideas for it, but something useful for me, actually quite useful in a lot of ways. It's a cool rig. You just don't find a ton of these in four-wheel drive that aren't totally beat, and like, I can't believe how clean the motor is up under here. Honestly, we blow this off pretty damn clean. It's just a simple truck, 2-barrel carb, points, nothing wild to report there. Number 97. It's the wreck of the old 97. We'll have to learn that one before we come back. Loadstar. I don't know, I love these old Loadstar trucks. I like the gold wing hood ones too, honestly, better than like my crew cab and the one with the DV 550. I'd rather have this to look, honestly, but pretty damn cool. Pretty excited. Be the end of this video. This will come out Wednesday before the SPPA show, so if you're around, please come to the SPPA show. We would really appreciate having seen you there. Tractor Dive will be on Friday. Start at 5:30. Registration starts at 4. Anything can participate in the poker run tractor drive too. I mean, side-by-side vehicles, classic cars, whatever you want to do. Golf carts. Tractor start at 5:30. Everything else to follow. Saturday is the full show. Yeah, Saturday is the full show. All the demonstrations, things like that. And then Sunday we're going to mess around a little bit, maybe do a few demonstrations and just kind of tear down, clean up, and essentially the next week I start planting corn once I am ready. But that's going to be it here. You guys take care. Have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds, just like this Loadstar, and get it running.